Bucharest, Romania, where top women gymnasts fine-tune their routines in preparation for 1980 in the Romanian National Gymnastics Championships. Having won the all-around title in the European Junior Championship, 14-year-old Amelia Eberle is now being billed as the next Nadia Comaneci. She's the one to beat today and a certified candidate for a medal in Moscow. And then it's a different brand of... This is Bucharest, the capital city of Romania, now the home of gymnastics superstar Nadia Comaneci. Bucharest has been called by some the Paris of the Balkans. It is now the center of the Romanian sports explosion. Nadia Comaneci has become a young lady. Today she is here to watch and not to compete. As inside this sports hall in Bucharest, the Romanian search goes on for the next Nadia Comaneci. This is Charlie Jones along with Nancy Thies, and we're in Bucharest for the Romanian National Gymnastics Championships, the women's all-around. And Nancy, with just a year and a half remaining before the Olympics in Moscow, is it possible for the Romanians to find another superstar, another Nadia?
Well, they have special schools here in Romania just for training gymnasts, so it's an ideal situation to find that new champion.
So perhaps this afternoon on NBC Sports World, we will see that new champion, that new superstar.
You said perhaps we would find another Nadia at this competition. Well, I think in the minds of most Romanians, they have found her. Her name is Amelia Eberle, and she's 14 years old.
And as we move into today's final round, Amelia Eberle has a commanding lead in the all-around competition, 38.625. Anca Grigoras and Gabi Gheorghiu are tied for second, 37.75. Olympian Teodora Ungureanu, 37.65, is in fourth place. Ungureanu just had a 9.55 in the bars as Nadia Comaneci looks on. Anca Grigoras in the floor exercise. Anca needs a 9.5 for the lead. We've seen her in competition around the world. It's like watching an old friend at work, the classic gymnast.
First tumbling run, double full. Very clean.
As much as Anca plays to the crowd on the beam, she does not play to the crowd in the floor exercise.
Looks like she's really concentrating here. A little low on that. No, she goes out of bounds. That's going to cost her 1/10. She had one foot out, and it's a 1/10 for every foot.
Remember, she needs a 9.5 to take over first place.
Most girls keep their floor exercise routines for about 1 year, and I can remember seeing Anca doing this same routine about a year ago at the World Cup competition. I imagine she'll probably change it for the 1980 Olympic Games.
Old Anca Grigoras, the veteran of the Romanian gymnastic team.
Anca has a problem on her Arabian. She's a little low here, and then has a bobble coming out of the back handspring. Takes one step out of bounds, and that's 1/10.
The score for Anca Grigoras, 9.20. That is not enough to move her into first place. We're in the first rotation. All four events are underway. We move to the beam. This is Amelia Eberle.
She does a press handstand for a mount. There's a bobble there.
little shaky start for Amelia on the beam. Her lead after the preliminaries is so commanding that she needs only an 8.6 to retain first place.
Emilia is coached by the same man who used to coach Nadia, Bella Caroli. I think we can see a lot of his influence in her routine. Solid back summy. We have a back extension roll. So far, except for her mount, she's doing pretty well. Now here's a move that takes a lot of balance. It's a handstand, and she's going to make a 360-degree turn. Oh no.
Oh, she lost it.
That's 5/10.
That alone will tighten up this competition.
Definitely. Here comes her dismount. Tuck back summy.
14-year-old Amelia Eberle, who is in the 9th grade in gymnastics school in Devo.
And she's a very disappointed 14-year-old. See where she has a problem here. Her back leg goes over a little bit too far. She loses her balance, tries to save it, falls off.
The score for Amelia Eberle, 8.85. That's enough to retain her lead, but cuts her margin to just over 2/10 of a point, with one more competitor remaining in the first rotation. The last competitor, first rotation, women's all-around Romanian National Gymnastics Championships. Floor exercise, 15-year-old Gabi Gheorghiu, a classmate of Amelia Eberle.
Double back, a little low, but not bad.
Gabi needs a 9.75 to take over first place from a classmate.
Being a teammate of Emilia, Gabi has the same coach, Bella Caroli, and Bella's wife, Marta, has done the choreography for this routine. We have an Arabian right into a back flip. This routine also looks a little bit like Nadia's routine that we saw in the 1976 Olympics.
Very feverish.
She's like a mechanical doll. You just wind her up and let her loose.
It's not surprising that this 9th grader's hobby is playing football with the boys.
And to me, she has a physical resemblance of the Soviet gymnast Nellie Kim. I think her style on the floor exercise is a little different than Nellie's, though.
Gabi Gheorghiu. Nancy, I'm not sure I like this type of routine.
Well, she has a sort of haphazard type of choreography, which makes it difficult to judge. Here we see on her double back, she doesn't quite get enough height and lands a little low.
The score for Gabi Gheorghiu, a 9.45. So the standings after the first rotation, Amelia Eberle holds on to the lead. Gabi Gheorghiu and Teodora Ungureanu are tied for second, and they have tightened up the competition. Nancy, even though Nadia Comaneci is not competing here, she's been watching all week. Earlier, I had a chance to ask her how she was enjoying the championships.
Yes, I like this competition very much, and that's why I finished my trainings. I made them earlier in order to get ready for watching them every day. And I see here a lot of young girls who must, and that's what they want, to be ready for the Olympics.
Does Amelia Eberle remind you of yourself, say like you were before the 1976 Olympics in Montreal?
Yes, I can see myself in Emilia. In fact, so far we have the same results. I mean, if I go back 3 years, and we have the same results with the exception of one single medal. At that time, I was with one medal more than her.
You are now a grown-up, very pretty young lady. Has this growing up, has that caused you to change your routines?
Yes, this would change my routine, but in better. For every apparatus, I have some new elements.
Have you enjoyed your fame?
It was better for me to conquer it, and it's very difficult for me to maintain it. But I try to keep it.
As Nadia Comaneci looks on, there's Amelia Eberle, the young lady who wants to capture that fame. But today the question is, can Emilia come back from a shaky start? We'll be back with more of the Romanian Gymnastics Championships later. But now let's go to Paul Page at the San Jose Flats motorcycle race. Charlie Jones and Nancy, the second rotation, the Romanian National Championships. On the beam, Teodora Ungureanu, the bronze medalist in this event at the Montreal Olympics. She is currently tied for second in the women's all-around.
Teodora is just coming out of a bout with hepatitis. Gaining back stomach.
She's 17 in the 12th grade gymnastics school in Onești, an expert at crossword puzzles. Very difficult when you do them in Romania.
Charlie, not if you're Romanian. So far, she has complete control of this routine. Very difficult dismount coming up. Full twisting, gaining back somersault.
Teodora Ungureanu, one of the favorites here.
Now watch as she goes for her gaining back stomach. She does a leap and then immediately pushes off that leg and makes it all the way around.
And a very happy young lady. Her score on the beam, 9.60. Next up in the vault, tied for second, Gabi Gheorghiu, who needs a 9.65 to move into first place.
Gabi is trying a layout Sukahara. Very difficult. Not bad. The secret to this vault is getting a good whipping action in the afterflight, and we see that with the head and chest coming right here. Now the body is supposed to stay straight, and she has to pike a little bit when coming down.
Defending national champion in this event, her score 9.70. Gabi moves into first place. In the floor exercise, Amelia Eberle, who has been leading throughout the competition. But remember earlier, she had the disaster on the beam. Can she come back from adversity?
Charlie, I see the same look of determination on Emilia's face as I see on Nadia's face when she competes. Very clean, double full.
Emilia needs a 9.45 to move back into first place.
Again, Emilia's coach is Bella Caroli, who was once Nadia Comaneci's coach. And after the Olympics, Bella left Nadia's school and started a brand new school. And in 2 years, he's developed Amelia Eberle.
First on the international scene just a few months ago in the European Junior Championships when she won the all-around. Crowd's now with her.
It's been a very clean routine. Full twist.
Fourteen-year-old Amelia Eberle. Crowd loves her.
Let's watch Amelia's first tumbling run, which is a double full. And one of the reasons why she does this so well is that her body is very, very tight. You see that right here. Very clean twist.
The score score for Amelia Eberle, 9.80, the highest thus far in the competition. So the standings after 2 rotations, Amelia Eberle leads by 37/100ths of a point. As NBC continues its preparation for the 1980 Olympic Games in Moscow, we'll be bringing you outstanding moments in Olympic history and the story of current athletes as they train for Moscow. Today we spotlight the great Ludmila Tereshcheva. This Olympic moment is brought to you by the Bell system. When it comes to solving business communications problems, the system is the solution.
This is Ludmila Tereshcheva of the Soviet Union. Though others have gained worldwide fame, Ludmila Tereshcheva to many epitomizes the ultimate in grace, beauty, and perfection in women's gymnastics. At the 1968 Mexico City Olympic Games, when 26-year-old Vera Chaslovska of Czechoslovakia ended her gymnastic Olympic career by winning the all-around individual gold medal, it was considered the end of an era, the era of the classical woman gymnast. 4 years later in Munich, Olga Korbut of the Soviet Union amazed the world with her performances that earned her 3 gold medals. At the 1976 Montreal Games, 14-year-old Nadia Comaneci became the outstanding gymnast of the Games, many times being awarded a perfect score of 10 for her exceptional performances. While Olga Korbut and Nadia Comaneci amazed the gymnastic world with her acrobatics, it was Ludmila Tereshcheva who brought back memories of the past. Ludmila Tereshcheva, regal, imperturbable, classical. At the 1972 Munich Games, Ludmila Tereshcheva won the all-around individual gold medal. Here at the Montreal Games of 1976, 23-year-old Ludmila Tereshcheva ends her Olympic career with another superb all-around performance. Ludmila Tereshcheva, the winner of 4 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Ludmila Tereshcheva, one of the great classic gymnasts in Olympic history.
As we start the 3rd rotation with all 4 events in progress. Next up on the bar, 15-year-old Gabi Gheorghiu, currently in 2nd place.
Gabi does a front somersault for a mount. Now the important thing to watch for on the uneven parallel bars is that the girls keep complete control with bodies tight, good swing. Front somersault, full twist. So far, she's been pretty smooth. Now, watch her dismount. It's very unique. Back somersault. Nice job.
Gabi Gheorghiu.
Gabi does have a good combination of tricks in her routine. Difficult mount, which is a front somersault. Now, watch as she does her free hip to handstand. She doesn't quite hit the vertical and falls over on the other side. Right there.
Gabi's score, a 9.50.
I think that's a fair score, Charlie. So far, all the judging has been realistic.
Next up on the vault, Amelia Eberle, who has been leading throughout the competition, but has seen her margin cut to 37/100ths of a point.
And Emilia is going to be doing a layout Tsukahara. Good height.
An excellent vault for the reigning European junior champion in this event.
Emilia gets a lot of power from her run, good push off of the horse, and very tight body.
Her score, a 9.80. Amelia Eberle is solidly in first place once again. In the floor exercise, Teodora Ungureanu, who started today's final round in 4th place, has worked her way up to 3rd.
Charlie, I don't think we can forget the fact that she has just been sick with hepatitis, and she's having a great comeback here. Double full.
Teodora cannot challenge for first place. She would need more than a perfect score, but a 9.65 or better would give her 2nd place.
She, too, has a very modern routine. Second tumbling run coming up. Arabian, right into a back tuck.
She is on today.
Charlie, Teodora has been overshadowed by Nadia in the last few years, and we can't forget that in 1976, those of us in the gymnastics were just as shocked by her as we were by Nadia. They were both doing some unbelievable tricks. Full twist for a last tumbling run.
Teodora Ungureanu.
Teodora is a very powerful tumbler, as we see in this run. Look at the height that she gets on her Arabian. Right there. She has great control throughout the whole tumbling race.
Her score, a 9.90, the highest thus far of the competition, and that puts Teodora Ungureanu solidly in second place behind Amelia Eberle. And Nancy Thies, the story thus far of the Romanian National Championships has been 14-year-old Amelia Eberle. Earlier today, Nancy talked with her.
Amelia, how long have you been in gymnastics?
De la vârsta de 7 ani am început gimnastica.
I began gymnastics when I was 7 years.
When you began, did you ever think that you would do as well as you have?
Atunci am fost prea mică, încă n-am știut.
At the time, I was too young to realize that.
What kinds of goals do you have for yourself in the future?
To get the same results I got so far.
And so far, the results have been excellent for Amelia Eberle. Going into the fourth and final rotation, she leads the competition by 37/100ths of a point. On the beam, Anca Grigoras.
This is usually Anca's best event. She's a very solid performer. Back summy, slight bobble there. You know, this is the event where experience does pay off. I found when I was competing that the more opportunities I had to compete, the more comfortable I felt up on the beam.
All four events, of course, taking place at the same time.
Aerial cartwheel. Oh, a little bobble there. Another back summy. So far, Anca's been able to keep her composure for the most part. Deep right into a gaining back handspring. Now here comes her dismount. Good landing.
Two-time Olympian Anca Grigoras. Seems a little disappointed with her routine.
She is. That's not one of the better routines that I've seen Anca do. We see here she has a problem. Her shoulder drops right there and causes her to be off balance a little bit. But again, she regains her composure and does a good, solid back summy.
Her score, a 9.60 for Anca Grigoras. Next up on the vault, Teodora Ungureanu. Currently in second place. She needs a good vault to put pressure on Amelia Eberle.
She's doing a handspring front summy. Great ball! You know, Charlie, those of us in gymnastics usually consider this probably the most difficult vault. And the reason why is because when you do that somersault, you land without seeing the floor. It's called a blind leap.
Her score, a 9.80. Teodora Ungureanu has put pressure on this young lady, Amelia Eberle, who will need a 9.45 in the bars to win the championship. As just a few moments ago, Gabi Gheorghiu had a terrible time on the beam, scoring only an 8.40.
Earlier, Emilia told me that the uneven parallel bars was her favorite event. She's done very well in this event all along. We have a free hip circle to a handstand, good control, back stalter, front somersault, full twist. So far, very clean. Straight-bodied handstand, front summy, now right into her dismount.
enough. She needed a 9.45.
Oh, most definitely, Charlie. That was really a very clean routine. Watch as she does her free hip circle here, how tight her body is. And she has to have control doing these stunts. Here she has a unique little hop that adds originality to the routine.
Her score, a 9.85, second highest score of today's competition. Amelia Eberle reacts to the pressure of Teodora Ungureanu. She wins the all-around title of the Romanian National Championship. Ungureanu finishes second, Anca Grigoras third, as Gabi Gheorghiu drops to fifth. Nancy, your impression?
Well, Charlie, for Emilia, winning here is an important stepping stone to Moscow. I only wonder how true this picture is, with Amelia Eberle standing on the platform and Nadia Comaneci sitting in the audience.
This is Charlie Jones and Nancy Thies. So long from Bucharest, Romania.